Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. Today I'm just making, I believe, 4 patriotic home decors. I'm just starting with a wood star I got from the Dollar Tree. Also, napkins from the Dollar Tree. 3 wood beads. Some Elmer's glue and red, white, and blue paint. Struggling a little bit getting this napkin off, separated from its backing, but there I go, I got it. Just going to cut it out, and I'm going to lay it on top of my star, reapplying my glue so it would stick. Just being gentle, patting it down. And then I'm going to start painting my wood beads. I just have 3. I'm painting 1 white, 1 blue, 1 red. I'm just speeding up through this process. The red and the blue took 2 or 3 coats. Once I get that done, my star is pretty dry, so I'm going to put a layer of Mod Podge over that. Using my hairdryer to blow it. I'm just using I used a fingernail file to sand off the edges. I'm going to restring, or I'm using the original jute twine that was on the star to begin with. And I'm stringing my red, white, and blue wooden beads and putting it right back through that original hole, tying a knot. And this one's done. The second one, I'm just using all these supplies are from the Dollar Tree, except for those wood letters I just showed. I believe those were from Walmart. With this project, I have 3 of the white little buckets from the Dollar Tree. You find these in the wedding section. 3 wood rounds. I got those in a bag of just different shapes and things. I'm measuring off this. My original idea was to put them on this base. You can see here I'm really struggling getting this little painter stick or popsicle stick. It's a cut. I didn't even end up using it. I'm going to take the Waverly Antique Wax and put a stain on all of these front, back, sides. Sorry, I didn't realize I'm new to this channel and I'm new to editing, so please give me a little grace if I let them go too long. And then I'm just painting my letters, USA, red, white, and blue. Cleaned up my workstation a little bit, and now I'm grabbing these. It's this Garland. I bought this last year from the Dollar Tree. I'm not sure if they have it this year or not. They're attached by little metal jump rings. I'm just deciding how I want to lay this out. Getting my colors all organized. I'm going to use this green floral foam. It's the dry foam, just to put into the little white buckets, just to hold. You'll see I'm going to grab 3 skewers sticks. That's what I'm going to actually put down into the floral foam. I'm just measuring out a little bit to see how tall I want it. And of course, I'm using my level to make sure that each of my sticks are straight up and down. I'm going to use the super glue, wood glue, and super glue gel glue to glue down my letters to my little circles. After I see where I want them, I'm just going to use hot glue. And I'm using my mat there, you can see, just to measure, just so they're all the same height. Once I get that on, I'm going to mark that skewer stick on each one of them, and then I'm just going to cut that off. Once I put these back on, I realize they're not secure like that. They want to move around. Oh, well, I'm going to put my stars on first. And I do the same thing. I just line it up with my grid, put it where I want it. These will melt just a little bit, but I could barely tell once I had them in. This is where I'm going to take that straw. Nope, not yet. There I go. And secure that down in there so they're not freely turning around. And using the Spanish moss, giving it a little haircut. And that's it for this one. This next one, you'll see, I'm going to make an American flag. Well, not really, just a patriotic flag. I'm using the super glue, wood glue, and the super glue gel. I'm going to glue 3 blocks together, and then this is going to form a square for my blue part of my patriotic flag. And then 2 together end to end, 3 times, and then I'm going to have the 3 single ones there. Once those are all dry, then I'm going to come in. Sorry about that. Oh, nope. Sorry. Different project. I have this windmill that I got from the Dollar Tree. I had a really tough time getting that little circle off the front of that. But the stick part, it will bend right off. I used my little clippers there and trimmed away all the excess that I didn't need. Make sure you leave there's a little metal piece there that you need to sit the windmill part back on there. But I wanted mine to be freestanding. So here you see I have a dowel, and I just got a dowel that matched the size of the metal that was on there. Sized it up, trimmed it down. And then I'm going to paint it. I'm using the Waverly ink. Just trying to straighten it up. I bent it pretty good. I'm going to paint this with the Waverly ink. And then if you look at the welcome sign, you see that it has like a silver distressing on it. That's what I'm going to try to mimic on my dowel. So then here I'm going to use the super glue gel, and I'm just going to hold it there for a few minutes, set it to the side to completely set up. Then with the windmill, I'm going to paint it. That is the English Navy and red flag or flag red by Apple Barrel, and then my Waverly white chalk paint. So I did the 2 blue. That's going to be like the blue part of the flag, and then alternating the red and white. I debated whether or not to do a second coat on these, but I really loved the distressed look that they had. I had this stencil from Dollar Tree, just random stars, so I just took my Waverly chalk paint in white and just daubed some stars on there. I thought it turned out really cute. So here I'm just using my super glue gel to put this back on. The reason I used the super glue gel on this part was because I did not want my windmill, and if you notice, my little kickstand fell off while I was doing that. But I didn't want my windmill to turn. I wanted it to stay in the same position at all times. The third project, this is, what are those called? A wood pallet from the Dollar Tree. I just measured it so I could determine how far over I wanted my blue to go. And I think I ended up with about a third on the first two. And once that was dry, I started painting my red. Oops. Yep, don't do that. I messed up. So I went back in and painted over that with white. It turned out fine. So then once I did that, I used that same star stencil in my Waverly white chalk paint and stenciled on some stars. I just touched up a little bit with the blue. I had a little bit of bleeding. And then I'm going to take some twine, some jute twine. Oh, I'm sorry. I distressed this with the antique wax. And then I take the jute twine. I wrap it around. I have 4 or 5 times. Secure it in the back. And then I just take and make just a simple, just wrap the bow or the twine around my fingers a few times. Sorry, I'm out of frame. You can see it there. And then just tie another piece of twine around it, make a double knot. I actually did not cut my tails off to my knot. I thought about it for a second, but I really like the double tails on this, so I left them. And then I just hot glue them on. Just trim it up. And there's that. Oh, now we're going back to the blocks. Like I said, editing is new. I'm just going to put 1 star on that. I've already glued them. No, I didn't. I'm gluing them now using the same 2 glues. I didn't show it on here, I don't believe, but I did end up just distressing that a little bit as well. Here's the final view. I hope you guys like it, and I hope I've given you some inspiration. Like I said, I am new here. Please like and subscribe if you are liking these DIYs. I made that, I don't have that on video, but I made that from a calendar page. Thanks for watching. Bye.